What's up guys, my name is Doug. Welcome to the channel if you are new. Welcome back if you are not new. Today we're going to be giving a listen to Die Lit by Playboi Carti. A lot of you guys have asked for this, and that is the only reason I'm going to be giving this a shot, because I will be honest with you guys, I am very hesitant going into this. A lot of you guys have told me not to come into this looking for a lot of really dope lyricism, and to be honest, I wasn't expecting dope lyricism from Carti anyway, so that's not what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking to enjoy the music. I'm going to be trying to break down the production and enjoy the vibes that he's creating. I've heard really mixed reviews about this project, so I personally am going to just keep an open mind going into it. I'm going to try to be as unbiased as possible and really give you guys my honest and sincere opinion about the tracks that I enjoy and the tracks that I don't enjoy. A lot of Carti's features have been hit or miss, mostly miss, I will be honest, which is also why I'm so hesitant to listen to this. But, like I said, I really want this to be good because it's an hour long, and that means that it's going to take like an hour and a half, almost two, to record, and I just don't want to feel like I've wasted my time at the end of that. So I'm really hoping this is good. I'm going to look for all the positives that I can, but I will be wary of the negatives for sure. We're going to jump right into it. Before we do that though, I'd appreciate it if you would follow me on my social media and support the channel on Patreon, because YouTube AdSense revenue is really inconsistent, especially now that YouTube is copywriting my videos left and right, and they're really messing my bag up right now. So I would appreciate it. You could support the channel for $1 a month on Patreon. It really helps. All the dollars add up. Every dollar is worth almost $4 here in Brazil, and that is the reason that I've been able to keep doing this full time for you guys, is my supporters on Patreon, who I cannot be more appreciative of. That's my really quick plug. We're gonna head into this album now. The first track is Long Time Intro. Let's get it. This is Die Lit by Playboi Carti. I'm liking the sound that he chose for the keys, that synthesizer that he chose. It sounds almost like an old school video game. Honestly, it's just a really playful introduction. He's reminiscing on the fact that he hasn't really had anything in a long time. It took a long time for him to get to where he is. He's reminiscing on the fact that it took so long for him to become successful. You know, it's kind of like looking back at how far he's come, and that's really cool about it. Like I said, I like the sound that he chose for the keys. They sound like they're out of an old school video game, which kind of adds to that like playful element to this track. He doesn't seem to take the lyricism too seriously, which also adds to the playfulness and like silliness of this track. It's all about how fun and happy it feels. The only really bad thing that I'll say is in the mix, it kind of sounds like everything is kind of muddy, you know, especially when it comes to his vocals. They're not pronounced enough. I can't really, like, if I didn't have the lyrics in front of me, I might have a hard time understanding what he's actually saying, because his voice is kind of getting drowned out by some of the other instruments. All in all, I don't really have a problem with this introduction. I think it's cool. The next track is R.I.P. Starting off with the stupid bass already. Is it just me, or do his ad-libs sound really like cluttered, you know? It sounds like he did a bunch of ad-libs and then layered them all one on top of the other, and that's what is playing right after every bar. It sounds really interesting. I don't know whether I like it or dislike it yet, but it does sound different. This bass is insane though. Okay, so I'm starting to see what it is now. It's not that he recorded a bunch of ad-libs and layered them. There's a huge delay on his voice, and so every bar that he says is being repeated because of the delay while he starts the next bar, so that's what's sounding cluttered. That, along with the really exaggerated ad-libs that he made. So I like that he shows a little bit of self-awareness towards the end of that second verse, where he says, I made a mill off of that mumbling shit. I bought a crib for my mama off that mumbling shit. So he knows he's a mumble rapper, but it's his sound and he's real about it and he acknowledges it. and he's not ashamed of it. So you can't really put him down for that. And he's not wrong. He did get rich off of it. So it is what it is. If you don't like the sound, don't listen to it, basically. Yo, honestly, I'm looking at these tracks almost like I'm looking at the Lil Pump tracks, you know, where basically they're just tracks for you to go stupid to. You know, insane bass, some really goofy lyrics, just for you to just have fun to and blast it in the car and scream the lyrics out with your friends and just have a good time. And this track is definitely capable of that with its insane bass. I mean, the bass line is just so distorted and heavy, and it's just crazy. And the really simple melody going on in the piano, which adds to a little bit of that lightheartedness to the track. I mean, it really is just for you to have a good time to. So I honestly don't have any qualms with this track. I do wish that the delay on his voice wasn't as aggressive, because it does make it a little tough to listen to when he's going into one bar and you're still hearing the end of the last one because of the delay that's on his voice. But other than that, honestly, it's fine. Next track is Lean for Real. I like that chorus in the background, the female vocals. This sounds clean, dude. We can all acknowledge that the hook is kind of dumb. I love this production, man. This beat's great. Skepta's great, dude. This is actually a really good track, dude. I'm loving the Skepta feature on this. He kind of went off. Really simple flow, but it's something about his performance and his delivery, you know? And the ad-libs, they're great. Carti sounds clean on this. You know, they got rid of that annoying delay that was on that last track, so no problems with this track. I like this one a lot, actually. Next track is Old Money. I'm loving that loop that's going on, the keys that are being played. I don't know if it's a sample, I don't know what it is, but that da-da, da-da, I'm loving that loop right now, especially with the sound that they chose for it. The 808, personally, it sounds like one of those 808s where producers will use it and then not layer a punchier kick on top of it. I do wish that there were a punchier kick on top of it, because having just the 808 doesn't knock enough for me, in my personal taste. And it's not just because it's a Carti track. Any song that I hear that just has an 808 without a punchier kick later on top of it, I'm gonna have a problem with. So I think that this could knock more, honestly, but I'm loving the production so far, except for that fact. I think he actually pronounced like 4 words.
Did it on my own, made it by myself, and grab it out the shop. Crack a milk, mama shed it to the trap, cooking up the milk.
I like that lead. Yeah, man, really solid production, great vibes on this track. I just don't like the fact that the kick doesn't knock as much as I would like it to, but other than that, this track's fine as well. Like, it's a really laid back trap song, you know what I mean? It's just chill. I like it. Next track is Love Hurts.
Yeah, Charlie no soul, Charlie run the rush. Walking that bit on my toilet, walking that bit with the us, walking that bit in my coat, okay, bit in the lot.
Where's the kick? I'm waiting for the kick.
She be lying, white on rice, diamonds ice. Spinning and noticing, the diamonds I'm jealousy. All of the hoes is wet, yeah, private flex, never dip over the set, fill me up.
Okay, I really like this track, and I love Travis's feature, but I would actually really love this track if there were a kick, dude. A kick would have been insane on this. This would have knocked. It didn't even need a heavy 808. If it just had a punchy kick, it just would have added something so much better to this track, dude. But Travis killed it. I love that feature, dude. This is a great track. Next track is Shoota. I like that he's keeping the tracks relatively short.
Everybody rock with me because I'm hot now. Took you go up, not on the bus now. Used to want a G-Shock, now I'm walking well.
Yo, Lil Uzi, come back, bro.
Count a lot, saw a lot. Got on rocks, now she ain't used to text me. Now she want to caress me. She keep trying to neck me.
Hey!
With my toolie, what they do? As soon as I got blue.
Yeah.
We gon' ride a bang, just swallow. Yeah, and I love my tools.
Yeah.
Walk up with my tools, what they do.
This is an awesome track, dude. I think that's my favorite track so far, and Lil Uzi killed it, dude. There wasn't even a beat going on. There was just a sample going on for his verse, but it just sounded so clean. And I really, honestly, like, I never thought I would say this, because when I first started listening to this style of music, I didn't really like Lil Uzi at all, but Lil Uzi's a tremendous artist, dude, and I think he should come back to making music, honestly. This is probably my favorite track so far. It's a great song. Next track is Right Now. Just those little subtle ad-libs, dude. They're so funny. I love the synth. It sounds so awesome. The hi-hats are so clean.
I'm on the block just like a boat, fucking a band. Go, hop in a ghost, then I go ghost. Right now, right now. That's the future.
Hey. Another really solid track, dude. I love that the producer had a verse on this, man. Getting the producers some recognition, the recognition they really deserve. Pierre Bourne did his thing on this, dude. Those synths, they sound so nice, dude. And the hi-hats sound so clean. They're just really short, just tick, you know? They're really high frequency, but you don't hear any ringing, you don't hear any sharp sounds in the hi-hats. Personally, I struggle a little bit with that when I mix my hi-hats, so I love the sound that he got to the drums on this. Again, we're missing a punchier kick, but I'm not going to mention that every time that becomes an issue. It's not really an issue for this track. Some songs make it work. You know, some songs work without the punchy kick that really knocks. So I like this. I like this a lot, dude. And honestly, I was really hesitant coming into this project, and I wasn't expecting to enjoy it this much. But you guys may be onto something with this. I'm going to be real. I haven't heard any reason to say that any of these tracks are trash. I don't know why people hate on it so much, dude. We're almost halfway through, and all these songs have been either good or great, so I don't know what some of these other reviewers are talking about, and I'm just keeping it real with you guys. Next track is Poke It Out, featuring Nicki Minaj. Let's get it. This one's one of the longer tracks, 4 minutes 30, but that's okay. Yo, you hear the keys right now, dude? The keys are so sick, the cutoff on them, and they're almost like a wah-wah, you know? They just go like, wow, wow. Well, they kind of remind me of the keys that were used on Ball For Me by Post Malone, which I think Nicki Minaj was also on, but anyways. Also, the little really high-pitched melody going on with the keys, really sick, man. Awesome, awesome. The synthesizers on this project have been sensational. Oh, I love that. I love that little melody, dude. Hey. I'ma go fuck on the business. Then I go big. Playboy. And bitches' careers cut them break long. Pants is looking slimmer than my waistline. Man, that shit been FaceTime for them hate crimes. Playboy hit me. Best feature out the Big Apple since FaceTime. Nice, dude. That's actually pretty fire. The wordplay with FaceTime on the end of Nicki's verse is actually really fire. I like it, honestly. But yo, this is a cool track, dude. I like Nicki's verse on this, man. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. I love the synths on this. I love the little melodies going on. You know, it's a really goofy track, and he says poke it out, I think, 1,000 times, but I'm not actually bothered by it, honestly. I think it's a really great track. Next track is Home, K.O.D. Does that mean King of Diamonds? And his home is the strip club?
Waiting for it, spread that money on. Daddy waiting for it, good. I don't wanna meet your hoes. I took you out the hood. We tried some new things. We fucked a couple hoes. You changed your moves to fat though. You let the cash grow. You help the cash grow. Bitch on go. When she on that Molly, anything goes.
Hey.
She's in my zone. The money counter on. The money counter on.
Yeah, so this one seems like he's talking to a girl, maybe his girlfriend. It says here on Genius it might be about his girlfriend Ruby Rose, but yeah, he's just telling her to bring the money home. Daddy's waiting for it, and you know, it's cool. I like the synths. I like the beat. I think it's a simple beat. I think he he does his thing on it. He's a little more open and honest about his feelings towards this girl in this track. He's not just goofing around and mumbling some crazy stuff, you know. He's actually saying something on that track. It's a cool track. It's not bad. Next track is Fell in Love.
Oh my God, we in that bed, give me head. Keep it dark, close to shit.
Yeah.
Let's take some pics, let's take some scenes. Play, she tatted up now. I see you see, I know you see.
Fly now, got a squad now, got a drive now. Girl, you fine and yeah, you fine. That's why I said like that. I cut your hoes off, I kill the road call.
Yeah.
Put the doors on, speak for you, but I know they here for you. I speak your language.
Again, he's talking about love on this track. He's talking to a girl who he's in love with. He declares his feelings for her. Bryson Tiller does the same thing. It's a cool track. I'm not mad at it. None of these tracks have been bad so far, honestly. I really don't understand right now at this point the hate that this album has gotten that I've seen. So I'm enjoying it. Next track is Foreign.
Hop in that motherfucking phone, and a motherfucker be wrong.
Yo, these synths are insane.
Everything come with a price. I tell you, better come try. Catch me the motherfucking mic, fuck on the pipe. My diamond, they ice, they ice. My diamond, they ice, they bite. I got powers in the light. I got powers right behind me. Used to be ride. My sense and y'all lie.
Yeah, man. Honestly, this track hasn't really been my favorite. Like, it's cool. It's not terrible, but what really saves it for me is that it's only 2 minutes and 23 seconds long, you know? Like, if this were any longer than that, I probably would end up skipping it on a playthrough of this project. But since it's so short, if I'm listening to this, I probably wouldn't skip this. But it's you know, it's almost there. It's verging on that skip territory, you know? That one's not really for me. But again, I wouldn't call it a bad track or say that it's trash. It's just, it's what he's been giving me so far, but the beat just wasn't as interesting to me, you know? So that's really just it. Next track is Pull Up. This one knocks, dude. That 808 is crazy. Dude, that ad-lib is so funny to me.
All of these niggas they talk. All of my choppers they talk. All these niggas they soft. 45 clip the beat. Hit a little boy for the fall.
The string sample on this is so hard.
Suck my dick. Shit on my dick with her jaw. Running up big PE. I got a curl on TV. Y'all come see. Change the world up. Damn. Yeah, Carter. Shot bad. Full of shit. Pull up.
Yeah, man, the lyrics are extremely lazy on this track, but the beat is just so hard. Who really cares, you know? You could put this on in the background and still mosh to it, honestly, because those string samples with that 808 is just, it's so hard. It's a great beat, and so that's really what people are coming to it for. So I can't hate on that. You know, people are getting what they're coming for, which is really hard beats. So I like it. Next track is Mileage. Yo, the synth.
Let's catch a wound. Got the Michael dude and your wound. Your whole automatic. Put her on manual.
Yeah. Honestly, I just think this track is wavy. Like, I really like the vibe to it. I love the melodies. I love the hook. Honestly, dude, Chief Keef was great on this. Playboi Carti was really fooling around on this. He was kind of goofy, but it all adds to that just fun vibe to the track, dude. I think it's great. Next track is Flatbed Freestyle.
She been down, she need some more breath. Stack it all right on the shelf. On the jet by myself. I feel that beat, you running out. You just out here, that bitch with me and now she on the pad. On the side.
Yeah, I don't really like this one that much, honestly. And it's crazy because as the track goes on, you can literally hear his pronunciation get worse and worse and worse, and his voice get more and more annoying. This one's not it for me, honestly. Like, this is one that I would skip. Next track is No Time. Oh, I think I've heard this before. I recognize this melody.
In my fingers down, with my mind. Both I see some bitch keep calling my line. Chop the chicken and shrimp cut in my rhymes.
Yeah. Nice.
Big ass girl got some spot, put them on the fire.
Hey.
They wanna ride. I'm gonna woman on you, not my kind. In that, all you know they got. My big bang, nigga big bang. Us on the bomb, hey, hit the light. Got a bitch in the light right now.
Dude, honestly, it's so easy to zone off sometimes when he gets into that really melodic and repetitive flow. It's almost hypnotizing, especially with the beat, you know, and that little melody that was being played on the synths, dude. I think it's a cool track. I like Gunna's verse. I think it's nice. It's a little too long, but it's still a good track. Next track is Middle of the Summer.
Ain't no boy fucking with Carti, no. I'm in this bitch with your Carti. Got 100 on the neck. Ain't no stopping, bitch, I'm popping.
Yeah.
It's cold hard and she got stick. Right beside me, I'ma let it hit. And these niggas around me, you know they ready. They told me.
That's so wavy.
You know they ready.
Yo, I really like this track, dude. Who was that? That feature? Red Cold Hearted. Yo, that was wavy, dude. I love her verse, honestly. That was a great track, dude. Really short, too. I like it a lot. Next track is CHOPPA Won't Miss, featuring Young Thug.
You ain't even understand until you got it pop shit in the brick. Choppa won't miss a nigga. Chop on the ground, draw, kill it, everybody. I say yo, I can take. I got ice to match the ice to match the fit. Walked it out there in my socks. I got bitches in the lot, pouring up the nigga. Choppa won't miss a nigga. And in my jeans, I'm in baby. I never go for a chain snatch. Why you waiting? Me and the dog smoking that mask. Oh, cheating on my bitch with it. It's a no she bleed. Trying to chill my bitch with a motherfucking nigga.
What?
Choppa won't miss a nigga.
Yeah, man, it's wavy. It's a vibe. I could like listen to this in the summertime, blasting it in the car with the windows down. You know, it is what it is. Young Thug does his thing on this. They've got a lot of really goofy and silly lines, but the beat goes so hard. So it's a cool track. Next track is R.I.P. Fredo, Notice Me.
Hitting that bitch nourish me.
Whoa.
Hitting it nourish me. Hitting that nigga that nourish me. How little bitch I got me talking to me. Hitting that boy that 5 times. I'm on the fuck of his life. Nourish me. Boy that 5. They ain't even nourish me.
Wish a motherfucker try. No slide on the fire. Since I was a little nigga had a come. Lot of niggas ain't friendly. Know them pussy. You're a bitch.
This is hard, dude. That's one of the hardest songs on this project, dude. I love that song. That's great. I was expecting, you know, a more mellow track, something reminiscent, talking about rest in peace to my friend who passed away, but no. It's got R.I.P. in the title, but really, it's just fire and energetic and hard-hitting, and it's insane. It's hyped. The last track on this project is Top.
I'm on the top of the building. I'm on the top of the building. I'm on the top of the building. Made my first manager like. Fuck that little bitch and she crazy. Walking that bitch and get right. I call her Elliot twice. I get that dough that she like. Hit the nigga they bite. They taking my swag swipe. BBA diamonds, yeah. I'm on the top of the.
Yeah, it's a really cool, nice, wavy track. It's not bad. It's just like it sets us down easily, you know. End of the project. It's great. Let's talk about this project, dude. In no way deserving of all the hate that it gets, dude. Like, in no way is this project anywhere near trash or garbage. It's 19 tracks. It's almost an hour long, but I don't feel like I wasted my time at all for listening to this. 0 trash tracks. 1 track that I disliked and would skip. 1 track that I would have skipped if it were longer, but I don't have to because it's only 2 minutes and 20 seconds long. And all the rest have enjoyable melodies, really nice synths in the beats, hard 808s, really crisp production, great vibes. They're wavy tracks. I mean, yeah, you're not going to get insane lyricism, but when you come into this project expecting to not get that lyricism and to just, you have an open mind and you're willing to accept it for what it is and to enjoy it for what it is, it's a really enjoyable listen, dude. I like this project, actually. Like, a lot. Way more than I would have expected to like it. Especially since, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, a lot of Playboi Carti's verses and features, you know, had me hesitant coming into this, but this was dope. I enjoyed it. I'm glad you guys watched the video. I hope you all enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed this project. I'm going to ask you guys again to follow me on my social media and support the channel on Patreon. I'd really appreciate it if you did any one of those. If you do want to support the channel on Patreon, there's links in the top right hand corner, in the description of the video, and on the end screen of the video. That being said, I'll be back in another video very soon, guys. Thank you all so much for the support. Thank you for recommending me this project, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.